Chapter 3 Income and Tax Payable. Lesson Objectives. In this chapter, we will be discussing on meaning of income, assessment, previous year and assessment year, rates of tax, and finally calculation of tax liability. Income. It is difficult to give an exhaustive definition to the word income. The legislature defines income under section 2, subsection 24. That is, income can be profits and gains, dividend, voluntary contributions, value of any perquisite or profit in lieu of salary. It can be export incentives, any interest, salary bonus, commission or remuneration. It can be any capital gains, profit and gains of any business of insurance, profits and gains of any business of banking. It can be winning from lotteries, crossword puzzles, races, and also any sum received by the assessee from his employees towards welfare fund contributions. Also, income can be any sum received under a keyman insurance policy, non-compete fee, and any compensation. It can be any sum of money, movable or immovable property received as gifts. It can be issue of shares, any sum of money received for transfer of a capital asset. Also, it can be any subsidy or grant or cash incentive or duty drawback, etc. Previous year. To understand a previous year, first we should understand what is a financial year. Financial year is the year in which income is earned. From assessment year 1989 to 90 onwards, the uniform previous year concept has been introduced, whereby all persons are required to follow only one financial year, that is April 1st to March 31st. The first previous year of a new business or a new source of income shall be either 12 months or less than 12 months. For example, a business which is commenced on 1st September 2018, the previous year will be 2018-19. And for another business which is commenced on 1st January 2019, the previous year will be 2018-19. Assessment year. An assessment year is a financial year which immediately succeeds the relevant previous year. For example, for the previous year 2017-18, the relevant assessment year is 2018-19. And for the assessment year 2019-20, the relevant previous year is 2018-19. Assessment. This is the procedure by which the income of an assessee is determined by the assessing officer. It can be done as a normal assessment or reassessment of an income previously assessed. Calculation of income tax. All individuals, HUF, AOP and BOI taxpayers are taxed based on the income slab they fall under. People's income are grouped into blocks which is known as tax slabs. Each tax slab has a different tax rate. There are mainly three categories. First one is normal tax rate, which is applicable for all individuals who age below 60 years. The second category is senior citizen, in which all individuals above 60 years and below 80 years fall in this category. Then the third category is very senior citizen, in which individuals above 80 years are included. Normal rates. For individuals including both men and women, Hindu undivided families, AOP or BOI, and artificial judicial persons, the rate of tax will be calculated as following. For a person having income up to 2,50,000, there is a basic exemption, that is, they don't have to pay any tax. Above 2,50,000 up to 5 lakhs, the tax rate is 5%, and above rupees 5 lakh up to rupees 10 lakh, the rate is 20%, and a person having income above rupees 10 lakh, the tax rate is 30%. So these rates will not be applicable when different rates or a maximum marginal rates are specified. Senior citizen means a resident individual who is aged above 60 years but less than 80 years. So the tax rate which is applicable for the senior citizen is as, if having income up to rupees 3 lakh, the tax rate is nil, and above rupees 3 lakh up to 5 lakh, the tax rate is 5%, and above rupees 5 lakh up to rupees 10 lakh, the tax rate is 20%. Above rupees 10 lakh, the tax rate is 30%. So when a person is getting age of 60 years at any time during the previous year, that is March 30th, this rate of tax can be taken while calculating the tax. This slab is not applicable for non-resident individuals. This rate will not be applicable for a non-resident individual. Very senior citizen. Very senior citizen means resident individuals who are aged 80 years and above. So the tax calculated is having the rate. The tax will be calculated as following. For a person having income up to rupees 5 lakh, the tax rate will be nil, and above rupees 5 lakh up to rupees 10 lakh, the tax rate will be 20%, and above rupees 10 lakh, the tax rate will be 30%. So when a person is getting age of 80 years at any time during the previous year, that is March 30th, this rate of tax can be taken. The above mentioned rates are not applicable for non-resident individual. Rebate from income tax. Any individual resident in India whose total income does not exceed rupees 3,50,000 shall be entitled a deduction of an amount equal to 100% of income tax or an amount of rupees 2,500, whichever is lower. It should be calculated before levy of educational cess. That means there will not be any tax for individual aged less than 60 years and total income up to rupees 3 lakhs. Individual aged 60 and above and total income up to rupees 3,50,000. It does not apply to a person aged 80 years and above. Surcharge on income tax. Surcharge is an additional charge on tax. It is levied on individuals earning above rupees 50 lakh income. In case of an individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, artificial judicial person, surcharge at the following rate shall be applied on the income tax payable. If the income is up to rupees 50 lakhs, there is no surcharges. If the income is above rupees 50 lakh and up to 1 crore, the surcharge will be 10%. And if income is above rupees 1 crore, surcharge rate is 15%. Educational cess. A cess is a tax on tax which is levied by the government for a specific purpose. Generally, cess is expected to be levied till the time the government gets enough money for that purpose. For example, a cess for financing primary education. It's known as the education cess. It is imposed on all central government taxes. It is to be spent only for financing primary education and not for any other purposes. So, the tax computed by applying the above mentioned rates shall be increased by adding education cess at 2% and secondary and higher education cess at the rate of 1%. Education cess is payable by all assessees who are liable to pay income tax irrespective of their level of total income. Format for computation. So we will look into a format for calculating the total tax liability. First, we will consider the total income of an individual, then calculate the tax on total income. From that amount, less the rebate under section 87A if applicable, then add the surcharge as applicable, then add the educational cess at 3% which is applicable to all. Finally, we will get the final total tax liability. So in this chapter, we discussed in detail the meaning of income and what is assessment year, what is the previous year, what is an assessment, what are the different rates of tax, and how to calculate the tax liability. In coming chapters, we will get a practical exposure to all these tax rates and how to calculate the tax liability. Hope you all understood the concepts. Thank you.